if you end up having to do what Wednesday and BJ do, which is like catch up through miles of like messages every day, don't feel bad. Like
Oh
it
yeah, I
ends
was
up being
doing that too, but no, I was being nosy because I'm on my husband's computer and his phone is connected to his computer and he just got a text message. So.
because
I gotta look, gotta take a peek,
So somebody sent the link. I was like, what's that?
because like that's how a lot of the time motherfuckers will like straight. I think it was BJ who said yesterday that this Discord server has basically just become a whole ass other social media platform that as much as we be talking. I'm like,
yeah, it has. I'm trying to keep up with everything, and I jump into the DC section after missing 3 days, and it looks like y'all have had like thesis statements written up in there, so many things shared. I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh dear God, I got to take my whole break to calculate this stuff up.
I mean that's funny. B, we're talking about a different server, but that's funny and that's awesome because I like the actual like the Comics Unmasked Discord server is popping. I like that.
It is. That's always my thing with Discord. I have such a hard time, and I'm just like, I'm just not good. I'm just gonna shut up. I feel like this one will be easier.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be easier.
Because
like it's mostly just shit talking. Like the past couple days, it's been us laughing at ripping all these goons for like just showing their ass. It's been funny.
So quick thing too, this Tyler dude, I'm trying to look things up about him. He don't even got a Wikipedia page.
It's because he's cleansed so much of his shit because of him being problematic. Like he's mostly prominent on Facebook, is where a lot of his like stuff is. Facebook and Twitter.
He used to do a lot of okay, you said Twitter.
Yeah, like he definitely a lot of his baseline was Facebook and Twitter for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, because like I'm looking up stuff about this dude and it's like nothing anywhere. It's all Facebook, Instagram, and like this and that. And I'm like, I get that you're trying to make yourself a big dude, but like it just seems like you're acting a fool with how little you really are still.
He is an interesting character, I'll say that much. He like, and it's just like I remember reading the antagonist because I had seen it around the ether, and I was just like, this isn't even like interesting to me. I think the way Ernie phrased it in his video, where he said it's aggressively ordinary, it was the best way to put that. I'm like, that's exactly the best way to put that. Is that it's not amazing. It is by the book as fuck, and you kind of just go, all right, whatever.
One thing that really broke me was like one of the things that I saw on his Facebook page that he was like promoting for the thing was talking about how like America's talking to his sidekick or something like that, and like America stands for all values and it's the idea and all of that other stuff, and I'm like, that's cool, but what happens when America doesn't stand up for any of those things? That's the issue that I'm coming across now. I find that storyline in every single thing we come across, but like America is not working for the other 90% besides for this 10. So like, what do we do about the 90 here?
You would actually have to believe that to agree with that sentiment.
I guess that's true.
I think that's everybody. I didn't put After that, we are good to go. I need to look to pull the chat up. Public chat. We looking all right. We doing good. Why can't I see the chat? Oh, that's weird. Let me go like this. I will say this entire situation has been very comical, to say the least, because you're just watching people show their ass, and it just ends up getting funnier and funnier the more you watch it.
You've been personally watching this for years.
Well, and I was even talking. Who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody last night, and I was like, it was Wingless. I was talking to Wingless last night, and I straight up told him, I was like, look, dog, I didn't think I was ever gonna come back to comics like this and find there to just be so much like showing your ass and like just walking up to the house and pleasing massa type shit. I never thought it was gonna be like this, but more and more over the past couple weeks, it's just been like, damn, y'all really want to go play in the house? And I'm a light skinned nigga here. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've learned over the last few years being on that side how much bull there really is. But to the most part, if you're not like some of the people that have been being called out, I just don't say anything because, all right, we don't get along. We don't like each other. You did me dirty, but I'm not going to stop you from getting your bag as long as you're not dangerous.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair. I hope Rob takes time to take his break from YouTube and think about a few things, because I want him to do good. I want everybody to succeed, but it kind of just scares me when you just kind of start throwing endorsements out almost, it feels like, especially at that size.
Yeah, but see, my problem with him is he is dangerous.
And that's why I even kind of said, I was like, look, man, you have the biggest platform in the entire comic book space. Like, right. You kind of owned that crown once Benny left us. So for you to not understand the gravity of what you do, it is super concerning. And I'm just sitting here like, dang, bro, you really gotta actually process a little bit of this. But apparently they don't want to. They want to just talk shit and be about it. And it's like, I find it very concerning that he wasn't aware of certain things. And especially when you watch the live stream that he did, and you sit there watching real time him just get aired out by his own people, you're like, oh.
Okay, that's a problem. For some reason, the video is marked as for children.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah,
I'm like, where's the chat?
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh, no, this is not made for kids. No.
Yeah, they said mini players off for videos made for kids. And I was like, oh, that's...
Oh, no. Yeah, there we go. I'm like, what the world? Okay, there we go. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, there it is.
Thank Christ. Thank you for saying that. Because I'm like, what in the world?
Where's
my chat, damn it?
Yeah, all right.
We have chat now. Let's go. And we already have 7 likes on the video. Let's go. We appreciate y'all. We took a week off, but it's popping off. Also, this dude just retweeted my thing and said this dude should win medal for the dumbest take of the year. He believes for no inexplicable reason and without providing any evidence that Eric July is actively investing in the oppression of black folks. I'm like, okay.
No evidence.
And then I was accused of being a sort of progressive elitist. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, they start making up words when they got nothing else to say.
Is that where we at now? I'm a progressive elitist because I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired. When I see a whole ass black man on Fox News saying that he is the answer to black comic books, I'm like, okay.
And he doesn't make woke comics. Remember that?
You out here trying to be one of the good ones from Massa? Okay, bro. Okay. Yo, Bearded, what's up, man? Thank you on 41. I was wondering what the content for kids. Yeah, no, that was just an accident, man. I had to go sort that out. Hey, Smoke, what's good, fam? I didn't know that was a thing. I got to go fix that.
41 episodes. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, we hit episode 40 before, so we should.
You know what? I almost I'm gonna put it in both.
No, what's up?
I almost accidentally put this in the Discord itself, but I might do that still.
What's up?
I sent it to the chat.
Hey, what? Oh, see, that just adds more fuel to the fire, man. It's so interesting. Wait, did he just post this?
It's a blog.
Oh no,
he did just post
it. Oh no, this is a lengthy ass thing. Oh Lord, right as I'm going live, motherfucker. Man, Jesus Christ. Now I have to sit here and read this. I can't believe
he posted this today.
Now I have to sit here and read this. Oh, but we both have the same thought.
I saw yours as I hit the send button.
Okay, let me pull this up on screen because this gonna be almost to the Miles number. Now, we gonna have more issues than Miles. I'll tell you that much. I'm tired of that shit. Man, let me pull this.
I have more issues than most of them.
I'm gonna read this and then we'll do the intro. This attack on my life has left me scarred, deformed, but my resolve has never been stronger. LOL. I have never and will never fit into any box set before me. In fact, I've spent my entire life trying not to fit in one, even the ones you deem a requirement to operate in. It's no coincidence that this witch hunt on my character is being led by those I've never talked to, met, or knew existed. Them that know me the least, them who are using the situation to emotionally manipulate the masses for their own greed. But what's even worse is the gullibility of those who believe them, a stark reminder of the growing decline in intellect and the quest of truth. At this inception of godhood was my vision to create a hub of diversity in comics, a place where characters from all backgrounds could be embraced by fans who shared those same commodities. Unfortunately, as we've seen this week, that same diversity is not extended to the Black comics community and beyond. If you know me, you understand my long-standing desire to prove this point. The group that preaches tolerance has once again shown itself to be intolerant of a self-righteous bout to fight the good fight and be accepted by each other in their never-ending miserable competitive battle to prove that they are the better activist. I usually refrain from discussing politics publicly because most of them are too immature and too stupid to do it in good faith. But for the record, though it's really none of your business, I am not nor have ever been MAGA. That's a lie. We have the proof. It feels strange even having to say that, but in a world where you either are or aren't perpetrated by those who seek to control narratives, I see that you must make things clear, but makes no mistake, though I am not MAGA, I am also not a leftist or a Democrat. And have never claimed to be. So are any assumptions to the latter were your own, and further proof of a failed intellect growing on populace for years. I have criticized the mistreatment of black people by both parties, a fact that seems to be conveniently missing from the screenshots, quote unquote. These ideals led me to create the antagonist, and if you think a book safely with a leftist viewpoint, you haven't been paying attention. But let's call a spade a spade. This isn't just an attack on my political views, which have always aligned with Malcolm X. That's not accurate whatsoever. Who highly critical of American politics and the manipulation of the black community by both parties. He warned us publicly and loudly about the dangers of white liberals and how Democrats misuse, abuse, and manipulate black Americans for their own selfish interests. But as I said, this isn't a political issue. It's an attack on my faith and my belief in Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
Is this dude older than me? Is this dude older than me?
Yes.
I didn't know how old you are, but I know he's older than me, so probably.
Which I've always been about open and vocal about. Hear me. If I ever have choose between anything, and I do mean anything in Jesus Christ, it'll always be him. Those events have been quite comical to me and to those who truly know me. Those who know what I've risked mentally, emotionally, and financially to platform my people in the world of comics. Brother, so who's getting they books though? Because some people still ain't got their Kickstarter books from what we're aware of. So like, you put motherfuckers on? Really? Okay. That don't make no sense. Moreover, this slander has also revealed a dark truth, one I've long suspected, and that is the sinister and primitive practice of black tribalism, emotional incompetence, and polarization in a world where feelings, misinformation, and the brutal black hive mind overshadow the truth and the complexities of human nature and the good and evil that resides in each of us. This witch hunt is being driven by those who have always feared my ability to succeed independently. Fellow black comic creators who once admired and hoped to be a part of my work, creators who have plotted against godhood as retribution for my defying the constraints set before black men, which prompts them to follow the orders of the left/right elite, remain quiet, and dim their light on the world stage. I was raised by a single mother in Atlanta. She taught me the importance of free thought, logic, and truth, whether I liked it or not. She instilled in me the belief that no man on God's earth could stop me from achieving anything I wanted, an ideal that has shaped me into the entrepreneur I am today. Bold, rash, and undeniably in opposition to everything I question. This is why they are upset that, unlike them, I will not and do not need to sail my books on the premise of oppression and racism. Did he feed this into Black Chat GPT? Like, what is this? In order to gain black readers, or more like Hotep Chat GPT. I want to thank all those who have offered heartfelt support, DMs, and emails, those who know me in the mission of godhood, those I've asked to stand down and of defense of me. Okay. So that they might be spared the defaming clutches of this brutal and baseless attack. We've also taken note of the silence from many creators I've mentored, taught, platformed, supported, and invested in. This is the stark reminder of the fear and cowardice brought on by tribalism, brainwashing, and our community by media from both parties who aim to keep us fighting one another as a distraction from their ambitions for power and control. There are millions of Black Americans all over the world with ideologies that differ, with beliefs, upbringings, and opinions that offer from what is perceived as the expectation. And that does not make any less Black than you. We must be careful in these times of great divide not to display the same arrogance that destroyed the Jedi. We
He is a big sci-fi fan.
Oh, wait till Lady Mandalore reads that.
She already did.
He said, oh God, I'll look at that in a minute. It's simple. Read our books if you want to, and don't if you don't want to. But any and all continued slander will be met with the ferocity with which it was first displayed and multiplied by 100, because in the words of Brother Denzel, you can't be canceled if you didn't sign up. My passion for creating comics featuring Black leads will continue with even greater tenacity than you can fathom. To those who would dare try to stop us, we invite you to do that. But remember, in your attempts to destroy us, Godhood is and always will be the premier place to get high-quality independent comics, new, original, and necessary. Tyler F. Martin.
With such a strong belief in wanting to make sure that you're not a puppet mouthpiece for the wrong political thing, he really does a really good job at being a puppet mouthpiece for the wrong political thing. Because you can fence sit all you want and talk about how the right and left are bad and all of that other jazz, but there's a difference between what the right does and what the left does. And right now, the right is killing people in the streets versus what the left has been fighting against, which is authoritarianism in the White House. So I don't from what I've read from his comics already, he just kind of pushes one side agenda and tries to say, oh, all America is good, but then doesn't want to go to a deeper thinking and a deeper knowledge on what he talked about from his philosophy. This is crazy to me.
Let me knock out the intro, and then we'll give people the broader the broader scope, and then we'll dig into this. What's going on, good people of the internet? It is time once again for Comics Unmasked, the podcast where a bunch of folks shoot the breeze and talk about comic books and such. We are back after a week hiatus. We let folks celebrate Easter with their families and whatnot. I was tired. We were just doing too much. B was working like a slave, all that fun stuff. We out here struggling. But we want to congratulate like the awesomeness of Midnight Comics. Miss Tashi finished her Kickstarter all the way through, fully funded. So congratulations to Midnight Comics. Had to definitely shout them out as we get started. Definitely.
You are appreciated.
Most definitely.
This is going to be the first omnibus that I own that's labeled omnibus. I have compendiums, but this is going to be the first omnibus, and I am excited.
Nice. I must say, yeah, don't forget, folks, that you can listen to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, and Audible, Your Mama's Fridge, iHeartRadio, all those great places. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Definitely rate and review the show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That way people can find us better. But we are going to go ahead and jump into it because, as you saw from the pre-show, if you were here for the YouTube pre-show, oh my Lord, the drama is hot in the streets. So let's go ahead and break down as easily as I can, because this has been fermenting in the kitchen for a little bit, as I would say, because I recall that for several months, if not several years, there has been a growing presence in years. Okay, cool. There has been a growing presence in several different well-known Black comic groups of the presence of folks like Godhood Comics and the Rippaverse and things of that nature, because they were showing people under the pretense of Black comics. Come and enjoy Black comics. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. It's all good stuff made by Black folks for Black folks. Don't worry about nothing. But what started to be very apparent as you peeled open the onion that was these different companies is that they very much were aligning themselves with different ideals that were leaning in the justification of oppression for us as Black Americans. Specifically in the case of Rippaverse, he very much was aligning himself with Comicsgate. He's made comics with people like Chuck Dixon. He has gone out of his way to basically show them that he is one of the good ones in the eyes of like the Comicsgate and things of that nature. In the case of Tyler Martin, when it comes to Godhood Comics, if you didn't see the pipe bomb level video that was done by Blur Without Fear, basically kind of aired out the fact that it's been a pretty well-known secret for a long time that Tyler Martin has been very frugal with his money. He has been spending his Kickstarter earnings on luxurious things, doing certain things with his rewards, not fully like giving the rewards of his Kickstarters to people. He has been spending his money in different ways, begging money from different creators to save his projects and things of that nature. That has been a growing occurrence with him. And even with his work, his comics are very much like positioned when it comes to the antagonist as the best way I was able to describe it to somebody was it feels like if Blue Marvel would have chosen the opposite path, which is be the Black savior of of the civil rights movement and be the evil that white people saw back then. And that's what the antagonist pretty much is. And then we started to see everything sort of boil over when Rob from Comics Explained decided to finally do a book that wasn't a popular book. He decided to do multiple videos about Godhood Comics and the antagonists in a new push of his to talk about Black indie comics. Even though he had said previously that he wasn't interested in this, he didn't want to be a mouthpiece for Black politics. He specifically noted things like Milestone and like the creation of Milestone as something that he did not want association with. That this was a prominent thing that was a topic all of Black History Month because he made it that way. But there was the issue of him putting the cosign on Godhood that kind of boiled everything over to where Ernie made his video, I made my video yesterday, and the main thing that I kind of finally said in my video that made everything clear for a lot of people is if you choose to invest in individuals that are actively investing in your oppression, that is a red flag. And apparently people on Twitter have sort of started to cuss me out and cuss Ernie out and all these different things because they're brainwashed by all the Eric July and all this stuff. And oh Lord. And then come to find out, right as we're going live, we got the reveal that Tyler Martin put out this giant 2-page, what feels like he fed it through Chat GPT and then put some black in it. Like the statement about how he'll never give up, that the people trying to destroy him won't succeed, and yada yada, that he's not MAGA, and that he is a fence sitter, and things both political parties are bad. And I'm done talking for a minute. Tashi, you are more well versed in this than I am. I have been having to learn on this on the fly over the past few months. I want to know your thoughts as someone who is a Black indie creator yourself. What are your thoughts on this entire debacle?
Are you laughing? No, I met Tyler years ago when we first started making books. You know, we both live in Atlanta. Met him at Comic-Con. I don't like the vibe, but I don't know the man. I tend to be pretty good at reading people, but I tend to not let that be my thoughts of people. I just let them be. We have antagonists 1 through 3. I've read them. I never hated the story. I hate Tanya. Tanya, and I was talking about this with a friend of mine the other day who has issues 1 through 5, and is also a Black woman, is angry Black woman. You mean to tell me after 20 years of grinding the corporate ladder and all this gets set off because you couldn't control your anger and had to, spoilers, I guess, if you care, kill your boss? You couldn't figure that out. And I know her character is supposed to be she's explosive and angry and stuff, but like, obviously she found a way to not be that for a while. So that happened, and then it goes on from there. They were talking about stuff in the book that I don't even remember. So other than that, I can't speak too much. But the Tanya thing has always stuck with me. I've known people who were friends with him on his private Facebook because he used to let comic creators be friends with him on his private Facebook. So I've seen some things. That's all I'm gonna say as far as that. The thing that has always gotten me, and I won't speak to his mindset on this, is this Black character thing that he talks about. Because, you know, one of his first books that popped off, which I do also have, is Mega Woman. It's about Keisha. Bernie should know this by now because a friend of mine told him about what I told him. The original Keisha was white.
What?
Was a white woman. And there was a team. It was her, some other white male character that I don't know if they've ever been in the book. And I forget the archer's name. And there was going to be a team thing. And then the Americans was the story he had initially wanted to tell.
Right.
I've seen all this on his original Kickstarter account. None of those did well when he tried to get them funded. So we move over to Antagonist. I don't know how Antagonist came about in his mind. I'm not him. I can't say where his mindset was. I know my thoughts on what I think his mindset was, but I won't project that on people. I won't project things that aren't facts. But I do know Keisha was white. She's now Black.
Okay.
I know that the Antagonist was not his first project, but that's the one where the idea blew up. And the idea blew up because the whole thing was supposed to be that they were villains, yes, but it's because they were seen as the villain because they were Black people fighting for Black people. And then years down the line, it became, no, they're just villains. They were never just anti-heroes. They were never, everything they do, they are just evil because they're evil. And that was weird to me when he said that. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
All right. Okay. B, you're new to all this. How are you feeling coming into all this?
Honestly, like I'm very new to it all, but the one thing that just really frustrates me is in his statement how he talks about how his alignment with Malcolm X is more of how he believes, but yet he fails one of the biggest teachings that Malcolm X taught us, which is you're going to be a political mouthpiece for both sides, or they're going to try to use you for both sides. So you got to make sure that you see on how you present yourself into this world, on how it's going to be twisted in whichever manner. And I feel like he has failed to analyze his work for that, to see on how it's being twisted for one side, because it is going to be pushed in such a way that this stuff is going to be seen as not even fence sitting, but very more Republican aligned, just because of the way that you're speech and the way that your patterns work, because they're just going to align with that side a lot more. I'm not saying that that's what this dude's going to believe, but that's what this dude's work is going to portray out into the general populace. Just from the little bits that I have read and his statements, it just gets under my skin with that. And then I like that premise to the antagonist at the beginning, to where, you know, they're seen as the antagonist because of black people, but they're really not. To turn them over and just to make them evil just kind of falls down that line again of being on that right side, to where like these people are trying to fight for the good. And I can understand how like you being the bad person can cause you to do evil and be an evil person further on. But the initial intent for your characters means that they're there to help people. They're there for the betterment of the community. And just to say that because of their helping for the betterment of community makes them evil really changes things up for what you were initially talking about. So I'm just thrown by what this guy was trying to put out there. It feels like he's trying to fence sit, but all of the fence sitting is falling to the right, you know?
That's kind of where I'm at. Where like the best way I've been able to understand all of this, and I even said this in regards to Rob specifically, is that it feels like we really want to be gaped out on this fence. We really want this fence so far up our ass because we don't want to think for ourselves. We don't want to make critical choices, because here's the thing. Yes, you can be critical of the left. You can be critical of the left, but at the end of the day, the left is not trying to oppress us in the same way that the right is. So for you to be like, nope, I'm gonna sit on this fence and I'm gonna be comfy, is a problem. Or even in the case of Eric July coming out in the streets and saying that he wanted to be like, oh, one of the good ones or the non-woke, them wanting to play it that way is very concerning. This idea that they want to be like, oh, we're the good black creators that white people don't hate. We're okay with being tokenized and being treated in this poor way. It's concerning, my guy. It's so concerning. And like I even invited Ernie to come up in a little bit once he's like back home and whatnot to get his thoughts, because truthfully I think the way this is developing is showing that they want this to be tribalism. They don't want to learn from the mistakes they're making. They don't want to hear the critique. They're seeing it as what this one person put in my replies as progressive elitism. They're seeing it as we're talking so much about oppression that we're going to alienate the black people to go over to the right. And this kind of happened back when Comicsgate was a thing, when Comicsgate was very prevalent, where if you didn't fully get on board with what the anti-Comicsgate movement was, a lot of like marginalized folks just went over to Comicsgate and got comfy being like tokenized. And it's like, look, dog, it's not about being tribalistic. It's about doing what's best for your people. It's about doing what's best for you at the end of the day. And I'll keep it a whole omnibus with you, as Ernie likes to say. If you have to be out here trying so hard to get in the house, that's concerning, because I would rather be out in the fields with my people suffering and putting the work in to actually escape and be free than be so hard to be working to get in the house. That's me saying that as someone who is lighter skinned than you. For you to be out here saying this goofy ish and saying that you want to be oppressed and be tokenized, it is insane. But Ernie, Blur Without Fear, first time being on the show as the controversy has skyrocketed. Brother, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Of all the days to finally have you on, a 2-page manifesto through a Hotep ChatGPT has dropped on our doorstep.
Man, I knew the prompt.
I knew the prompt. Oh my god.
I know the prompt he used. Yo, ChatGPT, write me a statement that defends me from being a sick Negro, but write it as if I was a black revolutionary cosplaying as like a forward thinker who's outside the box.
Oh.
Yeah, that was dude. Can I clear some air?
Go
Can I
for
clear
it.
some air?
Go for it.
I don't know how it hasn't gotten out yet, but for those who don't know, I'm a radical leftist.
Oh my god.
Dun dun dun.
You
Crazy.
should have told us. You should have told us.
Right?
Would you?
I'm on that Huey P. I'm on that Fred Hampton. You know, I'm on that seize the means of production. I'm on that. Yeah, I'm on that. You know, trans rights is human rights. You know, stay up out my bedroom. Stay up out my bedroom. You know, I'm just saying. You know. Yeah, man, I'm on some real radical shit, man. I know, man. It's crazy, right? Yeah, it's I'm on that, you know, healthcare is a human right. I'm on that, you know, free college, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm on that living wage shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, yeah, you know, I'm just saying. I look, I ain't seen no warehouse burn. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Man, that's the crazy part. Them warehouses burning is wild.
I smelled no smoke over this week. I have no idea what people were talking about.
Wait. Y'all cooking?
Nah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I thought something was cooking. I ain't see. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what was on. I ain't see no fire, but and I ain't see nobody get shot either. But you know, that's another story altogether. I don't talk about that. But no. Anyone who thinks I don't have smoke for my own side don't know me. I beat Democrats' ass about as much as I beat up Republicans' ass. My foot is on everybody's neck because you know it's all about, like, if you can't call your own, who you gonna call then? Yeah, but honestly, I know one thing he didn't address.
I was gonna get to it,
about
but
that
I'm glad
money.
you're here. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm about to say he ain't talking about that money.
Nope.
You can say I lied about everything else. I mean, I didn't, but I mean, yeah. But I know one thing he knew for a fact, and I don't know, man. Maybe he was paying attention. Maybe that little Comic Sans threat that I put up. Maybe that let him know that I know.
It's crazy too, because like I love the way, I think it was in the second page where he was trying to act as if everybody's attacking him, or he has always been respectful to people and whatnot. But we have screenshots from literally yesterday of him being coming after people, and he has the audacity to say this of, oh, I'm innocent, I've done nothing wrong, they're attacking me. Like, you sound like a crooked politician. It is sad, brother. You sound so dumb. And, like, I have it on record from another comic creator that you went after them for no reason other than you getting aired out. And it's sad, brother. It is sad.
We all seen it.
Look, man, I don't look. I see the boys are fighting. I see the boys are fighting. So, you know, I saw that everybody has something to say. Everybody has some idea in their head that I did this out of like malice. That I did it because, like, I even saw Rob insinuate that I did it for like clicks. And it's kind of crazy because honestly, at the end of the day, the only reason I even made that video is because, and I'm not gonna name names, but I'll just say a creator I respect was taken advantage of, and not just one, actually a few, but one specifically. And I felt like, well, if this person moves this way, then I can't stand by and just let that person run roughshod. Like you out here breathing the same air, as all the rest of us. Like you ain't been out here perpetrating. And not only that, I mean, you still got fans out there waiting on you, pimp. You still got fans out there waiting on books that I don't know, may or may never come. So I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna sit here and I was like, and the Rob stuff, honestly, that was just honestly me just taking advantage of that situation. I'll totally cop to that. I honestly probably like Rob moved the timeline up. That's what that was. Like it was one of those where I was gonna talk about this shit eventually, but Rob platforming dude and like basically sending hundreds of thousands of people his way. I was like, oh no. You have escalated the timeline now.
Yeah, and that's kind of what killed me, because there was some idiot, there was this punk ass white dude on Twitter who was saying that we were speaking ill of Rob for being black and that he should cover black comics like Milestone, but now we're mad that he's out here platforming black comics. And for you to think that is the concern is so off the beaten path, is so crazy. Because if it was just about black comics, fine, whatever. If it was about Rob changing his ways, maybe coming out and saying Ernie was right, maybe actually admitting the fact that he was on some nonsense, great, sure. Let's all sing Kumbaya and be better about the community and uplift people, all boats lift tides and whatnot. We could have that conversation. It's the fact that you came out here like, this is my idea. I had a conversation with FD Signifier and I'm a better person now and yada, yada. And I'm like, you sound so goofy. And the one thing I will give him is he said, I'm taking a step back for my mental health. And if it's really about your mental health, dog, best wishes to you. We all got therapists, do your thing, but the world sucks, yada, yada. But it comes off more like you're running away from the criticism. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like you're actually running away for your mental health. You're running away to evade the criticism.
Yeah,
that's the one.
But also, white people stay out of black folk business. How about we start there?
Look, testify.
It's so crazy the amount of white people that are like hopping in and reposting my video all of a sudden on Twitter because they're trying to like come to Eric July and Tyler's defense. Like one person a little bit ago while we were sitting here said, we really need fathers back in the home. Bro is mad that being black isn't a hive mind. And I'm like, what? Like, is this where we at, yo? Is this where we at now?
Wait a minute. Wait. No. Wait. Here. First off. I like to use the phrase "judge me by my enemies," but you know what? I think you can also judge somebody by who comes to their defense, and this is not the first time. This is now the second time. Why is it whenever Rob gets his whittle feelings hurt, it's always a bunch of white folks coming and running to his defense? Now, I know he said that there's no way I can possibly know that the majority of his fan base is white, but I mean, let's tackle a harsh reality. The majority of people in this country, for the most part, it skews white, and comic fans skew a small percentage of that. And if we are if we as black and brown people are within that very niche fandom, it would stand to reason that there's probably a shit ton of white people who are fans of comics. It's just basic math at that point. It's why I always say that, like, you can't just complain that black folks didn't buy your book when you have a black indie book. You should probably be complaining that about these other motherfuckers over here too that outnumber us. Yeah, because you probably also have a lot of black people who are supporting. Just people do it quietly, or maybe they should be louder. That maybe that is the conversation that should be had. Maybe we as black and brown people should be louder. But why is it every time I look in Rob's comment section, I'm just seeing a sea of fucking white people and saying some of the most egregious? They told that dude to shut up and dribble. Okay, they told that dude, man, stop talking about this shit. Get back to talking about them books. I need you to help. I need you to pirate my comics for me is basically what they're telling him. And every time, and this is a conversation that maybe we should be having at some point, but I've seen Rob say it before that, well, I'm the reason why everybody's reading comics these days. It's me. I'm the reason why. I'm the reason why everybody is probably reading more comics. So it's okay if I post pictures from Read Comics Online with Read Comics Online very clearly visible on the image. I mean, that's just what I do. You know, I can do that because I'm getting these people to go buy comics. Nick, no, you ain't. Stop. These
Like,
motherfuckers just listen to you read bedtime stories. Stop.
Like you got motherfuckers like B-Rex out here working 70 jobs to buy his comic books. And you out here pirating books, brother. Get out of here.
See, that's the worst part, is because I love that Rob's over here like, oh yeah, I was the people that get these guys into comics. No, it wasn't. It was the people who were writing good stories that got me into comics. I dropped off comics like 10 years ago. I found a good story in a comic, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should, it was Rob. It really was. I picked up the book and I didn't even read the book. I went straight to Rob's page and was like, yeah, I need to start buying comics. I don't even want to read these books anymore. Man. Like, come on, for real.
I forgot Rob was there when I was in elementary school and I first picked up a comic. That had to be all right. You know what? Hindsight is 2020. He knew he was ahead of his time.
And it's wild too, because like I even told Rob when he first did the milestone shit, I was like, look, dog, you, Benny, Sal, and Joel are the reason why I started my podcast back in 2016. I saw y'all bitching and moaning about Civil War II. Y'all the reason why I hopped on the podcast train, not what got me reading books. I started reading books because my parents got them for me because they saw me interested in the TV shows and whatnot. That's what happened. Granted, you can say that y'all got some people on and whatnot, but even the people that you've allowed to interview you because you think they're going to come at it from a middle ground have said that like they watch your content because they don't read comics. They're hearing the stories from you.
Dude, W. Kamau Bell said that shit.
Yep.
You had a celebrity, my dude.
Uh-huh.
Actually, you ain't the only, and yeah, not to air anybody out, but I was like, shit. What was old boy? Saros, when he went to go on the Saros interview, Saros said that shit. Saros was like, yeah, I don't buy comics, I just watch you. People with money. And then when I talked to Van Lathan, he pretty much said the same thing.
Yeah. So
I mean, and I'm not trying to air these people out. I mean, I'm not judging. I mean, I am kind of.
I'm side-eyeing you because you can be supporting the medium, but like, it's what it is.
Right. Well, and it's like, look, man, I get it. It's a very daunting task to figure out what we go into a comic shop, you're like, man, I don't know what comics I want to read. It's a daunting task, so I get it. Maybe there are people out there like myself or a Dope Spill or God rest his soul, Benny, or a Rob, or any other number of people who are out here. We have people in our own circles, like Captain Diesel, Dr. Corey Knight, everybody right here, right now, that's on, like in this panel right now. We all talk about this shit. And I'm sure at some point we make recommendations or point people in the direction of things that they'll be like, oh, yeah, maybe I should look for that. But my thing is, I feel like people that do what Rob do, and I know people are gonna be like, oh man, dude, you throwing you in a glass house, man, you throwing stones in a glass house. But here's the difference. Yes, I talk about comics, and yes, I talk about them in pretty grand detail, but I don't just read the book to you. Like, I'm talking about very specific things. I'm adding my commentary to it. I'm not just saying, oh, when you open up the page, XYZ thing, happens. Second page, blah, 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 blah. This is happening. Third page, because that's all I see. A lot of comic book YouTube, sadly, that's what it has become. Yeah. And I have had people within the industry, people who are writers, artists, colorists, letterers, and not just in the indie scene. I'm talking about working at Marvel and DC, working at Image. We're going to boom. I have had people literally tell me the reason why they watch my shit and not a lot of these other motherfuckers is because they are literally giving away their comics for free. I literally had, matter of fact, when because when we talk about that, kid from Kid and Play, when he started wanting to act up. When he tried to say that, no, I was the one that was lying. It's funny he said that, because I literally had text messages, emails, DMs from multiple prominent Black indie comics creators and people that work at or have worked in the past at Marvel and DC, hitting me up and saying, thank you. Hell, you know what? I don't think they'll care. David F. Walker texted me and was like,
I know he won't care.
Thank you. Yeah, he was like, thank you for saying this. He said, finally, he said, I'm so glad people are talking about this now. I've had multiple people told me that I wasn't wrong. So what? Yeah, I need people who aren't standing 10 toes down on what we're talking about. I need them to stay outside the house. You're not allowed in the juke joint just yet. Okay,
that's kind of what it feels like. Yeah, a lot of people who think they know what's going on. One person in my replies was like, "Why are y'all on Rob's dick so much?" It's like, that's not even what's going on, bro. That's not
Rob is just a microcosm. He's like the smallest.
He became a megaphone for part of the problem, and that's what the issue is. And it's like, I'll even give B his props. B is out here shelling Milestone like it's 93 to the point that Dennis flew up in his comments. Like,
hell yeah, I've been. Hell yeah, I've been. I have been sitting here being like, I am in the past. It is 1993 again, and I just found out cell phones exist. I'm working it.
Like, he is out here like compendiums lifting. He's out here preaching. I'm like, yo, this man has found Jesus. It is great.
Look, that's a church. Like, hey, I need you to open your Milestone compendiums. Compendium 1, verse 12, chapter 6. Look, I'm just saying, man. Look, we there are people out here. We're doing the good work. We're doing the good work. We're trying, but I don't need people from outside the. Look. If you're outside the juke joint, because I'm gonna say it right now, we got to start. I know it sounds ugly, but we got to start gatekeeping the culture, because not all skin folk are kinfolk, and
that's
there's
how
some people out there. They're a net harm, and I'm sorry, but look, if you're outside the juke joint, you can't come in until you got to show me some credentials. You gotta, I gotta see how you move. I got like we need to have Smoke and Stack at the door. Everybody else like sitting at the door and being like, y'all Klan?
Yeah.
You MAGA?
That was the best way I kind of.
Where y'all from? What the instruments y'all carrying?
Because the best way I put it last night was there was a lot of tap dancing going on Twitter, where it was just a lot of tap dancing. They trying to please Massa. And it's like, I needed to stop. And they're gonna get mad and say, "Oh, you're trying to paint us as this." It's like, last time I checked, there was a white boy in my comment section defending y'all, treating you like y'all one of the good ones. Last time I checked, Chuck Dixon was making a book for y'all. Like, there's something to be said about what's going down where y'all are getting co-signed by the wrong individuals. So I'm just saying, a brother on Fox News in the label anti-woke Black comics says something.
I'm working on comics that aren't woke. It could be real Black comics.
See, now ask them to define what woke is.
They never answer that question.
Yeah. Because they're living under the delusion.
Just say what it is. Tell me what it is. Stop. You know what? Honestly, until these motherfuckers can tell me what woke actually means to them, like until they can actually define it, break it down, I don't want to hear them say it anymore. Because when I say woke, I mean something different.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean something different. Woke isn't a stand-in for for calling somebody the hard R. For me, it's not a stand-in for slandering marginalized communities like on the slick. It means something far more important to me.
Most definitely.
But if anything, I thank Tyler for the laugh.
Because that read was a laugh.
You know what? I sent it to my Connect. I sent it to my Connect because they hadn't seen it. And
which is my fault. I should have sent it to them.
it's all, no, it's all good.
I feel bad because I didn't, because they would have called me if they had seen it first, and I feel bad.
Well, no, I'm gonna tell you what though. There was even more illumination that came out of that, because there's a part where he talked about mentoring people.
He said, "No one's coming to my defense. I'm noting who didn't come to my defense."
Are the mentees in the house with us?
I know who he's talking about.
Ooh,
that's okay.
I'll end it with this, because Professor Mal put in chat, no one's painting people as anything. They're painting themselves, telling on themselves when their BS comes to light. And that's the best way you can put it. And I think that's a great way to wrap that topic up there. I'm about to say, Ernie, we're going to talk about some boys. We're going to talk about some defenders. If you want to hang, we love to have you, brother.
Y'all go right the hell on and talk about it. I will sit here and giggle and add my thoughts where necessary.
All right. So even though we were off for a little bit, we had the reveal that a certain Power Man and Iron Fist were caught on the set of Daredevil Born Again season 3 filming. And they tried to be well. Let me rephrase. Mike Holter tried to be slick about it and cover his face, but Finn Jones was happy to be there. He was skipping down the lane like we here, and I was like, you know what? Good for you, good sir. And I was so happy, especially when I saw in another picture that they straight up had Luke in the Sanford green, yellow, and black vest. I was like, you know what? That's all I need. You gave me straight up. And what's so funny was David F. Walker sent me Sanford's original sketch of Luke from that run of Power Man and Iron Fist, like the layout, and showed me like how it looked compared to Mike Coulter. And I was just like, that's great. I appreciate that you get my thought process. Like, that's a great thing, man. Like, it shows that the right people are helming this. It's exciting. And I even said, hopefully Finn Jones gets the chance to shine like he did in Luke Cage season 2, because all you gotta tell me is once season 3 wraps that we get in the Heroes for Hire TV show, and I'll be the happiest camper on the block. B-Rex, how are you feeling, brother? How are you
honestly feeling? Being new to the whole like Marvel TV show verse, it got me more excited because I'm back watching a whole bunch of things. I even had to catch up on The Boys just because I'm having to back watch all of this stuff, and I just got thrilled because we're getting so much leaks right now throughout these past couple of weeks that like I just sat there and was like, you know what, I'm throwing the towel in right now. Marvel has given me 2 really good things in the past like few years that I can say their TV shows are hitting. Their TV shows have been hitting for me for the past little bit of time, and I'm just gonna keep riding this train because I'm excited to see what they throw
in. But Satoshi, how are you feeling? Because I'm on top of the world looking at this stuff.
Look, I'm excited. I'm happy. I do hope we get some Heroes for Hire. The trailer got me hyped because what do you mean, your daughter? So are we gonna like time fast forwarding? Are we together? Like somebody mentioned in the comments, Luke looking real mayoral. Like so Mayor Luke. Like the only thing I'm upset about is where is Misty? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know.
And I where's Misty? Where's Colleen? I'll even be the one to say it. When everybody was so butthurt about what's her face being in the Sam movie, I was sitting here like, yo, where's Misty? I don't give a crap about this random Israeli character y'all got like shoehorned in here. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Sabra. Where's Misty? Misty could have swung in here. What was she like on a judge show at some point? If Disney would have walked in and handed her a couple stacks, you'd have been fine.
Well,
you'd have been fine, man.
Old boy, who plays Bullseye. Yeah, he was on that show with her.
Was he really? Oh shit.
Yeah, he played her best friend. Like he was a series regular. So when I saw him, I think his name's Will Bethel. But no, when I saw he was back, I was like, oh, Oh, Misty coming back. Oh, Misty got to come back. But no, I was really pleased with it. I like seeing the Luke fit. I love seeing the Sanford Green fit. I hope Sanford gets his coins off that, because I'm sorry, but there's no way y'all are not gonna have Luke out here fresh with the vest and not give. I hope Sanford is getting his coins off that.
Most definitely.
Yeah, unlike what happened with Hawkeye and the creative team behind that.
Ooh, yeah. Fraction got stiffed off that. That was rough.
Yeah, him and David. David even more than Matt. Because they were using David's art direction for the credits of Hawkeye. Like using like his art, his credit for that. And to my understanding, I mean, unless something changed, to my understanding, David never got a dime off that.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
It's crazy.
Didn't even get so much as I mean, there was no premiere, I guess, but I mean, I was like, motherfucker didn't even get a ticket to Endgame or nothing, or no, wait, no, that wouldn't have been Endgame. What would it? Quantum Mania. He didn't get a ticket to Quantum Mania. No, nothing.
Like honestly, and it's just like I'm sitting here looking at this, and I'm like, I am still spiteful about the Netflix show, specifically because of the fact that you had the dream team. You had David F. Walker and Sanford Green teamed up for the run of the century. They had 3 really strong arcs of that book, only for them to be like, hey, we're going to force these 2 into separate books because they have separate shows. And I'm like, why? Like, sometimes you don't need to do that. We just enjoy what we have? You have a critically selling book, critically acclaimed book here with 2 of the best writers you could have got for this book. And granted, did David get to stay on the Luke Cage book? Sure. But like, what was so wrong in just letting them cook? What was so
about this? They just can't help themselves. Oh, we got a movie going on. We got them in the movie verse. Oh, we got shows. Now we got to change up the comics because it's got to align with what we got going on TV and in the theaters. It doesn't. It doesn't have to. Let us enjoy our things separately.
I think we've talked about this before. What they need to be doing is like, here's your miniseries that runs alongside the TV show or the movie or something like that, and we can leave the comic universe alone, you know? And you can even, hell, I'll even be okay if you tie in ticket sales with your like comic books at that point. You buy a ticket to this, here's a free comic for you. It gets people into reading more, you know? Like, there could be so many ways y'all could be doing this. We've been giving you free ideas for 41 episodes now. I would like to see some of them get implemented.
Yeah, and I'll even say this, like, shout out to Hawkeye, because they didn't feel it necessary to like give us a fake Clint book or a fake Kate book around that time. They didn't feel it necessary. They just said, hey, here's our brand new Marvel premiere collection of that run. And I was like, you know what? Respect. But now I will say, and I will give props to David for saying this on Instagram. I need to make a video about it. Marvel, where's my Power Man and Iron Fist omnibus? Can I put that on my shelf, please? I know it's only like 15, 16 issues, but like, can I put that on my shelf, please? I would very much like that. Hell, you can put the Danny and Luke runs from the Netflix time period in the back of it. I don't care. Just let me put that on my shelf, please. I would very much appreciate that, because that was like both of them are only 6 issues a piece. So let me put them in the back of the book. Let me have my thing. Put Sanford's gorgeous artwork on the front cover. And just let me have the whole thing on my shelf, please. I beg of you, because like, it don't make no dang sense, and it's some bullshit.
Marvel's in a bad place right now with that sort of stuff, because unrelated to the Marvel Netflix stuff, but just in terms of like how they release comics. I saw somewhere, I don't know how true this is. I'd have to vet this to see if it's more than just one of those creator said normal thing and then the internet turned it into something else. But the rumor around the mill is that Kelly Thompson is kind of, iffy with how Marvel's been handling some of their.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Cool
their
put something
releases.
About that, yeah.
So it's one of those situations where, based on some stuff I heard from David F. Walker about how they were handling the Power Man Iron Fist book and stuff like that, it's going to be one of those things where if they do it at all, they are going to hold out for as long as they can. Just because. What was it I heard? people at Marvel, and I've had multiple writers tell me this, they pay too much attention to the algorithm. So and really just social media algorithms in general. And what they'll probably do is the marketing department or whatever, the bean counters, whatever, they'll look at it, and if they feel like there is some kind of a like there's some kind of bag to be obtained, they'll move forward with it. But the thing is, like, because of the nature of what it is, I wouldn't be shocked if it was like a Dakota incident situation where like they put it out, but they don't talk about it. Like even with like Iron Fist, coming back, Luke Cage coming back, Jessica Jones, like all that stuff, they'll put it out, but they are not gonna say anything. Like it's gonna be all quiet, on the Western Front. Like and what they'll do is they won't even do it next year when the show is out. They'll do it the following year, probably, if they do it at all. Marvel is not smart about that stuff.
They were doing so good though, because like all I need left is 2 more omnibuses plus friggin' Ridley's run and Ewing's run, and I'm caught up on Black Panther. We was looking real good for a minute.
No, they too busy trying to print Indiana Jones omnibuses because motherfuckers don't know how to act. I can't stand these folks to vote on this shit. But no,
I don't understand, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never been mad at somebody that didn't really have as much to do with. I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, Omar, you'd piss me off. Why did you let this go through? Why are you letting these folks vote on this stuff? You saw the results. You could have went in and fudged it and said, yeah, no, take Indiana Jones off. Put this other stuff in here. But no, that I promise you that's what it's gonna be.
Okay. So yeah, big hype for that. I'm excited to see what ends up coming out from that because, man, I even have an article plus a video that I'm working on about it where I'm like, look, dog, it's a little weird that Luke Cage has been mayor of New York City for going on 5 years, and brother ain't been in nothing but one miniseries, and then he was mentioned recently in his wife's miniseries, and it's like, what we doing? What we doing with this man? It's like, can he get? I'm like, oh, we'll give you Power Man Timeless, where he's not even really himself anymore. He's mixed with the Sentry, Hulk, and Iron Fist, and I'm like, what in the hell? Like, great, it was cool, but I'm also like, why? Whose idea was this? This is weird. It was just bizarre, man.
I can't say anything nice, so I'm not gonna say anything at all. I'll just say this. I like the idea of the whole timeless thing, but I mean, like, when I saw it for what it, like when they did it and they went back to it, I was like, you know what? This is not gonna be what people are hoping. Like instead of doing timeless, give me a Luke Cage book, because I feel like it would be more interesting to have a Luke Cage ongoing series where I can follow this man's journey as like the mayor of New York City. I mean, like especially in a day and age where New York got cats out here like Mom Donnie like running around. Like, I mean, I feel like, man, that's a missed opportunity to not have, like, literally it writes itself. Mayor Cage. Mayor Cage. What? Am I taking crazy pills? Am I the only one seeing the money being left on the table?
Like, it makes perfect sense, and it blows me away that we ain't really looked at that. Hopefully we see more of that down the line, because I'm like,
we just don't like money. That's what I'm convinced of. A lot of people just don't like money anymore.
They want, see, you know what it is? They want money. They just don't care about this money. They don't care about this money. They want my walls aren't as visible, but they want that white wall money is what they want, because they think they'll get more of it. But the thing is, I know that there's complaints that there's not enough, like they're not hitting the demographics they want to hit. Well, guess what? Make something those demographics care about. How many times have we proven that when we like something, when you show us something that speaks to us, we show up?
You know what? That's a perfect thought because I was thinking the same damn thing when I saw these teaser images for Armageddon and they teased a new X-Men event. And I'm like, brother, can you let the X-Men have a status quo for 5 minutes? Like, I'm of the opinion that we genuinely need to put the kibosh on all events at both studios for a year.
Yes,
Don't even
please.
solicit them for 2 years. Let status quos exist. And then after a certain amount of time, finally solicit. It'd be great, wouldn't it? It'd be great.
Yes.
It'd be so great. It'd be so great.
No, Tom Brevoort actually said something. I feel like it was a shot at me.
Oh.
On his Substack, he said something to the tune of, I know there's that certain crowd that's tired of events breaking up the storylines. And I was like, huh. So why are you still doing it?
Why do we have to have so much stuff back? The last few years have exhausted me on events. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Don't want them every 5 seconds.
That's the thing is, like, I'm picking up old school comics again, and I'm enjoying this, like, mid-level, ground-level entertainment, you know? I'm not looking for any world-ending event. I want to know what's going on at the bank heist. I want to know what's happening when Spider-Man's having to swing in and just save somebody from a car. Heck, I want jokes about him saving cats from trees again, you know? Like, I need that street-level performance first before I can get that grandstanding, world-saving whatever that happens. Like, come on, help us out here.
Or at least something else we've all talked about. If you do the event and then let things change now, we don't need the legacy characters anymore. They can go.
Like change like the actual status quo, because here's like the thing that I keep harping on is the fact that we're about to be at Amazing Spider-Man number 1000 here soon. And I bet you after 1000, it's still gonna be Peter. It's still gonna be Peter doing the same damn thing, chasing the same white woman for 1,000 more pages. It's gonna be the same damn motherfucking thing because they don't want progress, and it's sad.
I mean, yeah, honestly, and I know, yeah, because B, you've been in the milestone bag like heavy, and I know you're probably gonna see the same thing I see. Milestone didn't have really many events, and some people look at that as like, oh, well, they just weren't doing enough to have events. It's like, no, they could have if they really wanted to. They were focused on telling stories, and I think that's why Milestone to me is pound for pound got some of the best stories out there that you're ever going to read, because when you read Hardware, you know, you're getting Hardware. You're not. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have that Worlds Collide pop in, you know, for a hot minute, but like, you're getting a full story, beginning, middle, end. You're not. Well, you know, we got this event coming up, bruh. So, you know, we gotta
lay them breadcrumbs and get ready.
Yeah, we got to lay breadcrumbs over here, but we also got to get you to go over here and read this book, because if you don't read this, because the thing is, stop breaking up stories, stop putting everything on pause. Just tell, like, if you focus on telling good stories, because I found myself saying this a lot lately. When I'm reading Gail Simone's Uncanny X-Men, I'm enjoying it because it's good. But the second I see Gail has to like stop what she's doing to put in some fucking some X-Man Hunt or some raid on Gray Market or some Age of Revelation, everything gets thrown off. And I will go and say it right now, Age of Revelation is the whole reason Morewa's book lost, like his Storm series lost all the momentum that it had.
Agreed.
Because that book was on fire. Everybody was buying it. Everybody was talking about it. That book stayed selling out in shops. It was doing very well for itself. And Morewa had literally, I had other creators who I were talking to who knew that I knew Morewa and were like, hey, can you tell Morewa he's out here killing it? Like, they were like, hey, can you pass a message to me about to Morewa that he's doing a fantastic job, or something along those lines. But every single time they had some event, hey, can you put this on pause? You break up the momentum, and then when people finally get back to the story they want to hear, or they want to read, it's like, oh well, now it's gone. The vibes are gone. So yeah, now that is you can point to one man. That is the problem behind that.
Yeah.
I also think
So
that's why.
oh,
Go ahead. Oh,
No,
I was
no,
gonna
no.
say that's why I think indies are doing so well right now. It's because I can
Yes.
pick up Crownsville, I can pick up Roots of Madness, and I'm not having to sit there and be like, oh, well, what's gonna happen with this flower in 25 issues when she gets back to the house? You know, no, I'm gonna figure out what happens on the goddamn next issue. I don't have to wait.
Or like, look at Sick Tick, look at Exquisite Corpses, look at all these different books that the Titans churning out and to make an IP factories out of. You don't see events. You see issue 30, issue 40. I even asked him this at Corp Store. I was like, how, like, is it weird having to break that made for trade cycle? And he was like, no, it's liberating. It's liberating was the word he used, where you can tell your own story, not have to worry about sticking to a trade or worried about an event, and it's glorious. And I'm like, bro, that's phenomenal. When you can free yourself and just have fun, not worry about nothing, it is so much better that way. So it's what it is. But like from there, let's talk about the final season of one of the most controversial TV shows to ever be on your television screens. The Boys season 5 has entered our orbit, and oh my lord, the first 2 episodes were wild. From volcanic splooge to brothers to having their final moments to the internet, quite frankly, just being real toxic against women again. It's been a real interesting few days, I would say. And I'll give like my thoughts. I think that this is going to be one of the greatest critiques of American culture since the Boondocks. It will go down in history as one of the best critiques of American culture. And what's so funny is so many of these idiots love Homelander, but don't see the problem in loving Homelander, and it's so funny to me. It's so comical. It's so funny, and it's just like they don't understand the critique. They're so down with it, but then every once in a while, like I remember last season specifically, they started to be like, "Why is this so anti-MAGA all of a sudden?" Bitch, it's been anti-MAGA since day one. What do you mean? Like the whole show has been very critical of yo nonsense, and they thought they were the ones being catered to when in reality, bro, this has been a whole look at you, a whole critique of you, and it's so funny to watch. And I'm loving every minute of it. And I want to give special shout out to like the romance between Kimiko and Frenchie. Like those two finally got their moment, and it was the funniest ish. I like loved every second of it. And I feel so bad for Karen Fukuhara because she never got her moment in the DCU as Katana, and it makes me so mad. Am I thankful for her to be over here? Most definitely. But damn it, if she would have been allowed to be in that sequel and allowed to cook under gun, she would have been one of the greatest characters to ever be on screen. And it makes me sad that she didn't get her time to shine. But I'm excited to see what she does after this because she took the idea of her finally being liberated and then being allowed to speak and went full no filter, having fun with it. And I was like, damn, girl, you do your thing. You have fun. Like even the moment where they're doing it, I was like, damn, that's funny. Like that is unironically funny in the best way. Where you're like, and what was so perfect about it is I even saw a trailer for the new season of Euphoria where they're very trying to infantilize Sydney Sweeney to get these gooners chirping. But then you look at what they did with Kimiko, and no, it's not infantilization. It's liberation in the best way, where they're finally letting her have her voice and experience life, and it's done so tastefully that I'm like, damn, y'all really actually thought about that before you pulled the trigger on it. This ain't like Ariana Grande on Victorious type shit. Like you actually like thought about this before you pulled that trigger. And I'm hyped to see the end of it. Shout out to my man. What is it like? Is it Usher? I forget. A Train, my man, out here having Jesse T Usher. That's what it was. I always forget his literal last name is Usher. It drives me bonkers. But it's like especially with him and Chris Brown going on tour, my brain gets stressed out. But Jesse T
that
Usher
Bump and
finally
Bruise
gets
tour.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, man. Whoever bought tickets there, y'all some sick Negroes.
But Jesse T. Usher gets his moment in these first two, like the first little bit, and I'm so proud of him. He finally gets his moment, and I love how Eric Kripke talked about it in an interview where he straight up says, "Yo, I didn't know how I felt about giving A Train that moment, but I'm glad we did." And I'm bravo, Eric Kripke, bravo, Jesse T. Usher. I'm excited for the rest of the season. I have another thought, but I'm gonna let y'all go. B, how'd you feel about this first 2 episodes?
Ooh, I loved it. I loved it. They did not disappoint for me because one of my biggest things is just the critique on the political system altogether because it's been batshit crazy for since I've been an adult, probably even longer since I could before vote. So that's just where I'm at right now. But even then, like, just to see Homelander having, like, in the first episode, him crumbling from the fact that the tape gets out and then the disinformation of everything that happens. And then I'm sitting here and I'm like, this is all going on in our faces in normal everyday life, and y'all are seeing this as entertainment, but yet y'all aren't having the aneurysm during this episode just terrifies me sometimes because all of y'all are enjoying this while I'm sitting there like, we had this happen 4 times in the past week. We had this happen at least 4 times in the past week. We had a president come out, or we had the president's wife come out and start talking about things, and now I'm watching the vice president do it on TV. Like, guys, I may be a conspiracy theorist. I know my hair is fucking crazy, but like some things be lining up here a little too freaking good.
Yeah, that's a great way to put that. Tashi, how you feeling about this so far?
Oh man, I enjoyed it. First off, I haven't watched episode 2 yet. I don't really care too much about spoilers because I'm gonna watch it anyway, so it's fine. But that first episode, I enjoyed so much. All the criticisms, the critique, the A Train's redemption arc has been something I have enjoyed so much. Just watching all of it come full circle. Just, I almost panicked. I was like, oh no, oh no. I was like, I know, I was like, I know he's learned, so it's, it's not gonna happen, but that's bad for him. but also just the way he threw Homelander off his fucking game was beautiful. And I feel like that man's gonna have nightmares about that moment for the rest of the series. He's gonna wake up in the middle of the night. That man was laughing at me. They called me a joke.
Or like if someone else laughs, he's gonna be like, "Are you laughing at me?" It's gonna be the whole stint, the whole season.
He's already unhinged, but at this point, it's you better watch how you move in his presence or in his hearing range, which sucks for y'all because he's got super hearing. So like, I'm curious where they're going with the Deep. I don't think he deserves any redemption if they are going that way. Kim and his manosphere can go to hell. Yeah, Noir, I'm trying to figure out what's going on over there right now. Something's off. All that said, my love-hate relationship with the boys is it gets deep and political and has really good writing, and then they throw in fart jokes, and some of them are funny.
Or nut jokes.
Or nut.
Yeah.
Some are funny, and then others are just like, did we need that right here? Like, I feel like it was unnecessary, and I'm not here for that.
I don't know. Volcanic Nut was fucking hilarious. I'm not gonna hold you. That like old girl almost died. Old girl almost died to Volcanic Nut. Like that was crazy.
When I see that one, I'll let you know how I feel.
All right.
that is my only pushback sometimes.
Okay. Fair enough. Ernie, how you feeling about this?
I'm in agreement with the crude humor, like, because I feel the same way about it that I feel about like movies like Deadpool. Like, there's a certain point where it's like, okay, I get it. We're 12, okay, and I'm a whole child. I'm a whole child. I like dick and fart jokes as much as the next person, but there's a certain point where I'm like, does this really need it here? Like, right? Like, not just that it's there, it's like, but right now? Like, right now? I don't know. That's crazy. But no, I dug it. I enjoyed the episodes they put up so far. I stand on my original statements about the boys since it first came out that If you have to engage with the boys, if you have to engage with that IP on any meaningful level, do it through the TV show. Do not do it through the comic.
Yes, very much
Yes.
It just, and there's no, I'm not trying to shade Garth Ennis or anybody else that worked on the book, but man, as a person who has read that comic from cover to cover, not once, but twice,
Oh.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's the first time was of my own volition. I mean, technically both times are my own volition, but the second time was for content. And the second time, like, I was like, okay, yeah, no, never again. But I'll say this much: as far as like all the other stuff with the characters, everybody was doing good business. I like that. I like that Karen Fukuhara, got to do some stuff, more than what was normal. I will say, I was like, okay, we're doing a little too much right now. I was like, it's almost too much. It's like we're making up for lost time, which I totally get.
Yeah.
But I was like, look, I'm gonna need you to, I'm gonna need you to be quiet for at least like a few seconds right here, because like you going a mile a minute, and it was starting to become like joke, and I was like, all right, look, look, save some for episode 2, 3, 4, and 5. We can't dump all the good ones like right here, right now. But I was glad to see she got to actually like, because not to say she couldn't show range, but I mean, like, it was just, I feel like it's even more easy to show what was possible, just based on what was there. And I was actually happy for what's the old girl's name, Ashley.
Yes.
Colby Minfie, I think is our actual name, but because I was like, dude, they're actually giving her something to do where like, she's kind of trying to, we kind of saw she had the capacity in like the previous season, but like we're actually seeing like she's trying to make something happen. I'm happy for that. And honestly, Sister Sage, yeah, I like, you know what? As a character, I think she's hilarious. I think she has really great moments. But I ain't gonna hold you. I really hope they don't do with her what I have the sneaking suspicion they're gonna try and do with her. Because I like Homelander evil. He got to die. There's no question about that. There's no like Homelander deep. I know the Midnight or was it Black Noir, whatever. Yeah, I know there's some weird stuff going on there, but like you coming along for the ride, so I mean you kind of got to go. Like all these people, everybody on set, Firecracker definitely got to go. That woman, I need her in the Shadow Realm immediately. But like Sister Sage, I have a really weird fear that they're gonna try and pull some shenanigans with her, and I kind of hope they don't.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Okay.
Like it's one of those like I think it makes it worse because of like, man, skin folk, man. I don't want to see Sister go down, but like I have a feeling that I have a feeling they're gonna try and like redeem her on some level, and I kind of just want her to be bad.
Right. And like I'll even say this.
I just kind of want her to be bad.
Right.
Because she doing too much.
The one thing that really irked my spirit is that an actor is doing too good when even I'm seeing the writing on the wall. And Brother David Diggs was weaponized against me because I've had a crush on that man since Hamilton, and man came out here stunting worse than Drewski, and I was like, brother, you got me tripping right now.
Wait.
And
See, this is why we need black people in the writing room, because honestly, I feel like that was a missed opportunity. I feel like when Father was out there giving the sermon, the fact that he didn't like fly up and have some red bottoms on, I feel like there should have been some, or at the very, I don't know, maybe he had some purple bottoms on, I don't know, but he should at least have some red bottoms on, and I feel like, man, I need Drewski. I needed Drewski for Yeah, at least for like a clip, just for a little clip, just a little something, just to make it hilarious. But maybe there's still time. Maybe we get him in Gen V. I don't know.
Man,
but
imagine if Kirk Franklin would have walked out with Old Father. I'd have been rolling. I would have been rolling.
I honestly, I needed that.
No.
I just
absolutely.
It was
not.
the talking points.
Yes. He sold it too well.
Making the kids trans by cutting off their pee-pees and with garden shears. I was like, bruh, he said it.
Yeah.
He said it. I was like,
that's
bruh.
crazy. It was too well
I love
done.
Eric Kripke. I love him. Yeah.
It was weaponized against me because I'm like, you turned my man's against me in the worst ways, but he's doing so good that I can't help but enjoy it. And like he even got a meme moment where he's smiling at the camera, like I'm like, that's gonna be in my folder for a while. I'm gonna weaponize that one. That's a good one. Like David Diggs definitely gets his tip tap for this one because man, he did real good there. I had to now real quick. I want to throw some shade at the community real quick because for my brother Lazalondlo and Aaron Moriarty, the community has been out here in force coming after these two, where they've been insulting the way Aaron Moriarty has looked since season 1. They've been coming after her nonstop. Even though recently on a podcast, she came out and said the reason why she looks different isn't because she got surgery. It's because she has freaking Graves' disease. And that's the reason why she's been looking different. And then everyone's freaking out because Lazalonzo cut weight. And even though he's supposed to be as big as a house, he talked about in a previous interview last season where he talked about that it wasn't healthy for him to keep doing that shit. People are still out here like, oh, he looks like he's dying or what's going on. It's like, have y'all not learned from Chadwick? No. Have y'all not learned to quit cutting up like this?
I was literally about to say that. I was literally just
like, why?
Like
it's in twofold where you're insulting people and worried about their health, but you're also trying to set unrealistic beauty standards towards these women for no damn reason. And it's insane to where they were AIing Aaron's face in the one scene, even though it was covered up in shadow. And I'm just like, what is wrong with y'all? Why are y'all so pressed about how a woman looks 24/7 for no reason? It don't make no damn sense.
They don't have one in their room. And they can't have one in their room.
Talk to
Thank you. Thank you.
Talk to them. Say it again.
Never have one in their room. And this is why. It's ridiculous.
Clock that shit.
I've said it so many times where it just like it feels as if they want a goon 24/7. They just want their dick in their hand 24/7. And it's like, brother, all you gotta do is just put the dick down and watch the show. Enjoy the shit from other people's perspectives for a little bit. It's okay. You don't have to goon 24/7. It's okay.
But I got to goon max. I have to goon max at all times. If I'm not gooning, then what is life? Look, these no cheeks getting motherfuckers.
Incels.
I wish I could add something to this, but for real, these guys are just so low. I just don't understand. Like, there are so much better things you could do with your day than be so focused on how the actors are portrayed in the TV show of being like, oh, they don't look so perfect on how I need it to be. I've seen so many cartoons that throw me off because the animation's off, but it's still a damn good cartoon. I've seen so many books that I veer away a little bit because the writing style isn't the way that I like it, but it's still a good book. I've still had people pick it up and be like, I love this story. Like, people need to calm down about this. Like, for real.
You left out a syllable. You said they're low, but they're lonely.
You're right. You're right.
Hey, but the male loneliness epidemic is
self-imposed.
Exactly.
Yes. There is no look. I think you know what, man. This actually reminds me of some. Tashi, remember? I think you probably might remember this. There was some weirdo talking talking crazy about, oh, women don't game, this, that, third, yada, 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 whatever. It's the same. It's the same thing, man.
Yeah.
Look, if you think that there are no women who like nerdy things, traditionally nerdy things. They like playing video games, like watching anime. They like reading comic books. They like, going to see sci-fi movies and, stuff like that. If you think these women don't exist, they exist. Here's the thing. If you have to ask yourself why you've never seen one, I'm going to tell you why. You have seen them. They just do not make their presence known around you because you make it fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you make it weird. What was it they used to say? You scaring the hoes, you scaring the nerds. Okay, you scaring the nerds. They don't feel safe around you. They do not feel safe around you. Stop it. Leave them alone. Because if you're acting like this now, when you don't think they're around, how are you gonna act when you see one?
And I even asked permission to tell this story like before the show because I wanted to actually like put it out there. But a perfect example of how you can prevent the male loneliness epidemic happened to me today, where I was talking to a female recently, and she randomly just ghosted me. Like the first date had went great, everything was fine. I was confused. I was like, "What's going on?" She hit me up today and apologized and was like, "Hey, I was going through stuff. I realized that I'm asexual." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Congratulations. Like we can still be friends. That's dope. Like, well, I'm happy for you. Congratulations." And she was so thankful. She was so thankful that I wasn't a piece of shit about it. She was so thankful. And that's 99% of the shit that happens with these dudes is that they can't quantify the idea that, oh, why did these women hate me? It must be their fault. They're the ones who are wrong, yada, yada. And it's like, bro, you could easily fix half of your problems if you quit treating women like shit. You can fix half of your problems right there. And it's just like it bothers my spirit when I hear so many stories. Like there was a girl who hit me up the other day that was about to leave comic books because of dudes on TikTok who like all these neck beards who were trying to enforce the way things are and shit. And I'm like, nah, come over to my server. Don't worry about that. Like I ain't worried about it. Like, you ain't gotta worry about these dudes because there's no reason for you to be mistreated in this space. Women have been involved in comic books since damn near the very beginning. Literally, you would not have shit like Milestone or some of the excellent stuff at DC if it weren't for a woman. So I don't know what to tell you, but y'all need to quit being shitty and treat women like you got some sense, and y'all wouldn't be lonely. Just a
You want to hear a
die.
weird? You want to hear a weird factoid?
Yeah, go for it.
You know, like comics are seen as this predominantly male space.
If you're about to say what I was thinking, I swear to
God. Well, then you know what? Here, let me. You know what? Let me take the patriarchy out the room.
Yeah, come on.
I want you to have the floor because I think you are about to say exactly what I'm thinking.
Go for it, Tashi.
If not, then great. We make 2 points on tonight's episode. Better. I was thinking because I do a panel on Black women in comics, and in that panel, I glaze over women as a whole for a hot second, and how there was a time when women were buying more comics than anyone else.
Bingo.
Yeah.
They were primarily seen as a women's hobby.
Mm-hmm. Even sci-fi. That started with women. Men entered the space.
Talk to him.
Talk to him. Famous sci-fi writers is a Black woman. I'm just saying. I don't know what y'all want from us.
Well, it's just crazy because like I couldn't remember her damn name because I always forget about it. But it's like literally, you would not have Milestone if it weren't for Jeanette Kahn. You would not have things like all of the innovative things in DC if it weren't for people like Jeanette Kahn. Like I was so mad on all y'all's behalf the other day because like they announced Funko was releasing Absolute figures, and I was like, you announced Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, Absolute Joker, but where's Absolute Wonder Woman? Absolute Wonder Woman is the most critically acclaimed book next to Absolute Batman. Why the fuck are you giving Absolute Superman a pop before Absolute Wonder Woman? Who made that executive decision? Because that was the stupidest one you could have made. Hell, I just remembered the head of DC is a woman right now. Like when you really look back, like the head editor is a woman. So it's like the things that y'all be saying so goofy. And hell, the whole reason why Comicsgate became a thing was because they were hating on women and women editors and women and whatnot. So y'all have been plotting your downfall since the beginning of your movements. Gamergate was started because y'all couldn't be cool with women in the space. Y'all are constantly having issue with women in this space for no damn reason, and you are plotting your own downfall. It is sad to see. Like I don't know what to tell you. It's just sad to me. I don't know why. But I want to highlight some books for next week that I am picking up because I'm excited about the books for next week. I got New Titans number 34 by Tate Bromble and Sammy Basri. We were already talking about Stormer, Mightiest Mutant number 3 comes out next week. Like those are like the 2 books I believe in my pull. Oh, Nectar number 2 from Vault is coming out next week as well. If you're picking up absolute, I forgot a topic. Oh, well, last topic of the evening because I forgot about it. The last time we'll come back to the end books. You dirty leakers and your nonsense are on my last nerve because Scott Snyder, well-known Batman king of God Batman, Scott Snyder came out and was like, "Hey fans, we're going to meet y'all in the middle because y'all have made complaints about spoilers and solicitations. We're going to meet you in the middle and say that Wednesday, this past Wednesday, because he announced it on Monday, that Wednesday will give you the cover for Absolute Batman number 20. That way your comic book shops can order them before FOC, which is tomorrow because it's Sunday now. That way your fans can like your comic book shops can order them." And then somebody on Monday leaked the cover and it started to circulate on Reddit and Twitter and whatnot. And then Bleeding Cool's goofy asses made a whole article spoiling it. So it got to the point that Scott had to come out on Tuesday and be like, "Here's the cover. Sorry, they spoiled it. Sorry." And while I'm excited for We Are Robin and Mex, I'm excited. While that sounds like a fun time to be had, I'm getting really frustrated with the leak culture when it comes to comic books because y'all don't want to have nice things. Scott straight up said he was willing to meet us in the middle and help out the fans who are frustrated by spoilers. And y'all can't let things lie. Y'all can't let things ride. And it is so frustrating to where it's like, I don't even give a fuck about spoilers. I'm the person that like, I'm gonna look at it anyways. But I feel bad for the fans who don't like to be spoiled. I feel bad for them. They want to enjoy the shit. And y'all can't just let shit exist. Y'all can't let shit lie, wait patiently. You're like, "Oh, I have to get those clicks. I have to get those clicks and get that engagement. That way I'm the first one to jump on it." And I'm just like, y'all sound so stupid. You sound so stupid the way you're saying stuff, and I don't understand, and I don't get it. And it's just like, why can't y'all be better? Why can't y'all be better? Do stuff the right way. And someone even said it perfectly on Twitter. They were like, it's gonna get to a point where Scott don't do stuff for us anymore because y'all keep fucking the bag up. And I'm like,
exactly. You said it perfectly. This is why we can't have nice things. Like, I get it to an aspect. I love jumping into the spoiler stuff. We just had an Avatar spoiler drop and everything with leaks and everything. So I was like, yes, I'm getting on that. But I'm not going to sit there and immediately be like, "Hey, babe, let me show you this leak now that just came out," because she's an Avatar fan and I want her to enjoy this in the way she enjoys it. If she wants to look at the leaks, that's up to her. But there's no reason we need articles coming out saying that this has been leaked. And then he has to come out and be like, "All right, guys, here it is. I was hoping to do something big for you. You know, this is my creative process. I want to create something magical for people." And then you guys just go, "Nope, here it is, day early." Y'all can't wait. Literally, you can't wait 24 hours, can't wait 48 hours just to enjoy something. We only have so long on this planet. How about you take a break, take a step back, and let these artists create something freaking good for us to enjoy? Because we only get so long here.
He right.
I just ask people use the spoiler function. Like, if you're gonna spoil some shit, because I recently had this conversation with people because I had announced that I was watching Paradise. And everybody's like, oh my God, wait till you see this part. Wait till you see that part. Wait till you see this part. Oh my God, you're not going to believe when so-and-so happens. Oh my God, wait till you get to this. Oh, when you get to so-and-so episode, oh, your mind's going to be blown. And I had to remind everybody that I knew everything that's going to happen on this show. And they're like, what do you mean? How? I was like, because y'all don't use a spoiler tag. Y'all be posting clips, be posting whole screen caps. Y'all don't put no spoiler tag on nothing. Y'all don't put no spoiler tag on the text. Y'all don't put the spoiler tag on the goddamn pictures, the videos, nothing. Y'all just be putting naked spoilers up on the screen. And me scrolling the timeline, and also because our phones listen to us, so because I had talked about the fact I was going to be watching Paradise, I'm now seeing more stuff about Paradise. I was like, dude, I literally knew the plot twist, and y'all like, ooh, just wait till you see this. Guess what? I already knew. I knew before the season was even over. I knew, basically, I only watched the show because I was like, I just want to engage with it. But the idea is that, yes, spoilers. I don't generally care, but I care for other people. Like when it comes to comics, I'm okay with a spoiler because I'm not that precious about comics in that regard. But when it comes to other people, I'm pissy for the other people because, maybe that is the thing that, and I've been guilty of it myself in the past, but not thinking about it, but I try to be more conscious about that sort of thing, or even for the clickbaity nature of YouTube, I try to word things or frame things in such a way where I can talk about the thing that I want to talk about, but maybe not necessarily give away the whole game about what I'm talking about. Maybe make it vague enough that will make you want to click on the video, but not necessarily fuck it up for you if you haven't read what I'm talking about. Also, I will say, if you click on one of my videos about a book before you read it, that's diabolical. I don't know how to help you. Because I've been doing this for a while. I'm not changing. But the thing is, I want people to understand that you don't have to post that shit. Nobody's paying you. You don't work for Marvel. You don't work for DC. Let the solicits be the solicits. Okay? Can we do that? Can we not post Kamala Khan's demise a week before the book comes out?
Man, I was so mad about that. I wasn't even already happy about the fact that she was dying anyway, but it was the fact that y'all already telling motherfuckers about it. That irritated my spirit. I already don't like the fact they're doing this shit. And I even called that shit too. They were like, yo, we're going to make her a mutant. I'm like, I called that. I knew that shit was going to happen.
Absolutely.
I'm still mad about it.
No, I'm worried because everybody be on, and I don't know what it is about me. I don't see spoilers for things that I'm interested in. I haven't seen Paradise. I ain't seen a single spoiler. I haven't seen a single spoiler. I just finished watching From. This show has been out since 2022. I've seen nothing about this show ever until I started posting about it on Threads, and still didn't see a single spoiler. And I finished that whole what's out so far. I don't know what it is. It's just my stands ability. I don't get spoilers for things I care about spoilers for. But I still do get pissed off because of the same thing. Somebody put Incredibles, Jesus, Invincible spoiler up the other day. As a comic reader, I already know.
Right.
However, why are you spoiling it for the people who only watch the series? And they always have excuses. Well, it's a book that's been out for this long, and da. Koi, not everybody read it. So why are you ruining other people's fun?
Exactly.
Why are y'all like this?
It just be wild.
You don't know how bad I felt one time when I accidentally spoiled some shit about Invincible, some stuff that wasn't gonna come up for this is back when the show first started. I accidentally, because I was trying to show what a character looked like, and I accidentally picked the worst possible picture I could have shown, because it was literally showing the picture of that character literally spoiled the fate of another character, and I wasn't thinking about it, and that shit sat with me for a couple of years. It lived rent free in my head. I was like, ooh man, I should be way better about that. So you there's just some stuff though. I think there should be better etiquette, like even for old shit. Even for old shit, I'm not saying you got to be precious about every single thing and be like, "Ooh, spoiler alert!" Before I tell you that the sun is going to rise in the morning. I'm not saying be that's that unhinged about it,
but like think
I
before
do
you
think
do shit.
Start somewhere before spoiler, so they know it's coming. Like
yes,
I was mad. Now, granted, with the benefit of hindsight, I was a little over. I overreacted, but I remember when someone who used to be a friend of mine had spoiled Why the Last Man for me. Because it was a book I had read it, but I never read it to completion. And when I was watching the show with the idea that the show was probably going to go more than one season, they spoiled the whole ending for me. And I was like, well, I can cut this off. I literally I was literally watching and then wait till you get this part where so and so blah 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 blah, and not just telling me that a thing is going to occur, but just literally in granular detail. And I was just like, yeah, cut that off. We're not watching that anymore. I know how it ends. I'm good now. And it's like people
killed the whole vibe.
Yeah, just because I was like, well, I don't need to see it anymore now. I was like, you just told me what's going to happen, and now. I'm to a point now when it comes to anime and manga, I don't read manga anymore as much because I'm just going to see the same thing in the anime. I don't want to just watch the same thing I just read, literally bar for bar, word for word.
That's why
I'll just wait for the anime for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's what happened with me and My Hero, where everybody kept just sending me spoilers every issue, and I was like, bruh, I'm gonna wait for the anime. I know it's gonna come out at some point. Let me wait. And then, funnily enough, the anime ending ended up hitting a little bit better than the manga. So I was like, I'm cool with that.
Did a little bit.
So
it just sometimes. We talk. When people ask us about our origin story interviews or for whatever, a lot of our origin story has to do with how Naruto ended, and Naruto ended God. 10 years ago now, and I swear every time we're spoiler for the ending of Naruto, if you haven't seen it, I guess just don't even think about it, just the words come out of our mouth. I don't
but that's courtesy though. That's just you're being courteous to anyone who could, because man, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, if I was gonna watch a show that long and somebody spoiled that shit for me, I'm done. I'm done at that point. I'm nah, I'm good. Don't spoil One Piece or I'm never watching that.
Imagine One Piece ends and you're like, all right, I'm gonna watch it, and then somebody tells you what happened. They're like, oh yeah, they never found the One Piece. It was friendship, and you're like, well, God, I'm not watching it now.
That'd be all bad. It'd be all bad. So yeah, for me, it was I got New Titans, I got Storm, I got Nectar. Those are the only 3 books I'm pulling next week. B, what books are you looking forward to next week? What's
I've got Batwoman issue 2 and then Storm Mightiest Mutant issue number 3. That's the one I'm really jumping on, so I can finally get some more Storm in my box.
Fair enough. All right, Tashi, what you picking up next week?
Man, we have had some emergencies come up, so I haven't been to the comic shop in about
that's valid
a month. I would love to go ahead and grab the rest of that Storm run. I would love to, but I can't. So now I'm just waiting for all my Kickstarter stuff to come. For all the Kickstarters I have recently backed,
including yours.
I mean, I didn't back mine, but
I'm about to say I think she already got it. So
I think she got the pre-release for that omnibus already.
That's what I'm waiting on. I'm like, yeah, let me get on that. Let me get a little bit of that.
All right.
It'll take a couple months for all the money to hit because we let people do the payment plan thing.
Nice.
Which thank you for that. Thank you for that. I may have multiple jobs, but I still got to be able to make sure my funding goes where it needs to. So thank you for that option.
Well, Tashi, I know because I said that shit when I backed it. I was like, because I looked and I saw how many other Kickstarters were going on and how many were about to start that I had notifications set up for, and I was like I literally turned into that that fucking clip. I'm broke, nigga. I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Man.
Someone backing multiple Kickstarters for years, and at one point in time, when Lloyd had a better job, We backed them from both of our accounts. Like, it's
Mhm.
crazy. There's always something happening. There's
And like I
always
get it, y'all
something.
planted that around I like y'all planted that around like tax season. I get it, but it was everybody did it, and I'm like,
You know what's
man.
crazy
Oh
is we were
yeah.
like, everyone's going to do theirs for Black History Month. So then we should be fine doing it in March because they should be done. And for some reason this year, everybody must have had the same thought that everyone's going to do it during Black History Month and decided to do it in March. It's like, what happened? You guys are supposed to be creatures of habit.
Honestly,
Man,
Don't change now.
it's sad, but we will be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Don't forget, folks, that this podcast is available on Tuesdays, like during the day for y'all to listen to. It is cut where you don't get the pre-show. You only get the pre-show if you're here, right when we start at 6 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. But you still get all the topics. You still get all of the juice. So make sure that you come through and support us for that. Follow us on socials. That way you know when the show goes live on Tuesdays. That way you have it. If it's easier for y'all to view it that way, the archive is still up on YouTube on my channel if you guys want to watch it that way. But Spotify and Apple does tend to be convenient for some people, so feel free to listen to it that way. It's not a big deal. But we will be back next week. We do have some awesome guests that are going to be coming through soon. I am going to be sitting down with the editor-in-chief of Vault Comics. Actually, not Vault. Vault Comics is probably next month. Ignition Press is going to be coming through soon to highlight them, because Ignition Press, as I've been telling y'all to definitely check them out more. Like their director of sales is going to be sitting down with me to talk about what they do, because y'all be sleeping on good books. As B talked about earlier, Roots of Madness is so good. Murder Podcast is really good right now. Beauty is a whole FX TV show right now. Like, all these different books are out here that y'all can be listening to, that y'all can go be people at your local comic book shop. Definitely go check that out. We'll be definitely highlighting them soon. We'll definitely be highlighting more indie talent soon, because like y'all need the spotlight, because truthfully, there's some dope ass like books out here right now. I'm about to say we're gonna be teamed up with Crimson Sleeper Studios, because their second issue of Scion's coming out soon. We're gonna be having Danny from Ace Blade coming on soon, because he has his next Kickstarter coming up. So definitely get ready for that. But we will be checking y'all out next week. Peace. Actually, no. Now before I say peace out, I forgot final statements. I'm crazy. We've been talking too damn much. Tashi, what is your final statement for issue number 41? I'm crazy.
Oh man, get some sleep. Rest your body. There's too much
Very
happening
much so.
now. We all need to get some rest and take care of ourselves, because Jesus Christ.
Most definitely. Hey, it'd be like that. I'm about to say, B, what is your closing statement for issue number 41?
Make sure you guys go out and touch grass and treat women like people. They are human beings just like us. Go out there and treat them like a normal human being, and just talk to them, ask them how their day's going. When they say the weather's fine, you just keep walking, and then that's how you do it.
Very, very beautiful, beautiful. I'm about to say, Ernie, you were the surprise guest of the evening. What do you want to leave people with? Because we'll definitely be having you back, because you're my guy. But like, what do you want to leave the people with all the controversy going on? And since there's a clown in our chat, what do you want to leave the people with? This episode 41 of Comics Unmasked.
You know what? In the great words of CM Punk, tell me when I'm telling lies. That's all.
But valid. And I want to leave because there was somebody who was very gracious enough to put that like writing fire emoji on something I said in my video. So I'm gonna end it just the way I said it in my video yesterday. If you choose to invest in individuals that are actively investing in your oppression, that is a red flag. If you choose to uplift individuals who are actively funding your oppression, that is a red flag. And even though I am one of the lighter Black folks in this space, I will continue to uplift the people who deserve to be uplifted. I tell people all like this all the time, and I can't reach for it because I'm too far away from my thing, and I forgot I moved away from my desk. I like one of the most critically acclaimed indie books out there is Bitter Root by David F. Walker, Sanford Green, and Chuck Brown. David F. Walker, who we had on the show a few weeks ago, for his Kickstarter, The Monster of Blackenstein, not to be confused with Blackenstein. He, much like myself, is a mixed brother. We come into this space and we treat everyone with respect because we want the same respect given back to us. But when we see individuals acting like they want to be in the house more than we would have been in the house, that is a concern. That is a concern that we see constantly. Is that, and I even said this too, David. I was like, it is concerning when there is more people trying to run to be a houseboy than us in this space. It is a concern. So I will leave it with that, is that you need to be making better decisions in who you invest in. Do your research before you invest in certain people, because truth be told, I'm Terry Crews from Everybody Hates Chris when it comes to my dollar. If I don't want to invest in you because I see you doing some fuck shit, that says something, because I want to support everybody who's black, but if you doing some coon shit, I don't want to do nothing with you. And that's the end I would say to that. And to the goofy person in my chat, I am not afraid of Eric July. Eric July is beneath me, and I'm gonna keep it a band at that. We will catch y'all next time right here at Comics Unmasked. Peace out.